So, the Atari VCS, it's official. There's website pages, the campaign's ended, we have a release date. We actually have 2 release dates. There's a lot of information, a lot of interesting stuff happening with it. 1. The release date. December for Indiegogo backers, which I am not. I've never backed anything on Indiegogo, Kickstarter, or any of those other crowdfunding websites. The second release date is March or May of next year for everyone. So the reason I haven't talked about this thing for over a year now is for a couple reasons. Now, I've always been interested in it. I've been interested in it since it was first announced as the Atari box way back in 2017. Jesus. Now, the reason I haven't talked about it is because a lot of those videos I would make about it, I would be kind of positive or neutral towards it. I wouldn't be overly negative like I'm not being now. I try to be positive or neutral, you know? And I've noticed there's a lot of videos of being negative to it, and so that would bring the negative people to my videos, and it would just be, they'd constantly just spam links to other websites or other people's videos, and I was just like, I'm just gonna remove all these constantly, and I was just tired of it. Tired of dealing with it. Even though there's been tons of updates with the VCS, you know, it's got new chip, the Ryzen chip, it's got tons of stuff, 8 gigabytes of RAM update. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So, you're going to be able to buy this at 3 different places, 3 different stores, or obviously there's going to be hundreds of stores you can buy this from, but you know, get what I mean. So, you can buy it from Atari's own website, Walmart, or Gamestop. Now, these are, the most interesting thing is that each place has their own version, in a way. So, if you buy it from Atari's website, you get a dark wood panel grain. This is not the same wood grain that the Indiegogo backers got. They look similar, but they're not the same. I saw someone complaining, oh, they're giving away the special editions that, you know, Indiegogo backers. They're not, they're different. They're kind of similar, but different. So, if you buy it from Walmart, you actually get a new version that hasn't been shown before. This is the black and gold Kevlar version. I'm not sure why they're putting this up, or why they made this one. I mean, it looks cool to me, but like, I don't know what it's a reference to. And then there's the black and red one, which you get from GameStop. So that's kind of interesting that they would do something like this. And there's several different models. Well, actually, besides those different colored models, there's also different operating models. There's the Atari VCS 400 and the Atari VCS 800. This is kind of a similar setup to like the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, except this is at launch, so it's a little different. The Atari VCS 400 has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the Atari VCS 800 has 8 gigabytes of RAM. That seems to be the only difference that I can find. There's also a difference in price, obviously, but it's only like $40 difference in price, which is kind of weird. Now, if you don't know, the reason they call these the 400 and the 800 models are because this is a reference to an old Atari computer line from their 8-bit series. There was a Atari 400 and an 800 computer systems. Now, there's also 2 different bundles that you can get. There's one, the cheapest one is just the console. Like, there's no controllers, no nothing with it, it's just the console. Now, you don't really need their controllers, you can use any controller or even, I believe, mouse and keyboard on these, like they've said. But, yeah, there's a more expensive model, which is quite expensive. It's the all-in bundle, where you get, where you also get the console and 2 controllers. The more modern style, kind of Xbox, Nintendo Switch style controller and then there's the retro style controller, which you will also be able to buy these separately. So yeah, the pricing on this thing kind of goes all over the place. Like, you have cheaper systems, you know, that's like $200 and some, and then you have more expensive bundles, which can reach basically more than the consoles are right now, which is kind of different. You know, I thought that I didn't expect the all-in bundle to be so much. I mean, I think just buying, like, I don't think you need the retro controller. I mean, it's a neat controller and all, but I think, like, I'll eventually buy it, probably, like both style controllers. I really like Power A controllers, and that's who's making Atari's controllers. So yeah. I mean, if you really want that Atari experience, I would get the paddle controller, because, or the joystick controller, because it also works as a paddle that you can turn. Like, you can play games that were on the 2600 that you needed the turning paddle, the turning stick thing to get to work properly. So yeah, I mean, the fact that it turns, we know that there's gonna be 2600 games on this thing. Real problem is that they haven't really shown many. So I know last year I covered the 14 developers that they had listed on their Indiegogo page. Now, we're not sure. They haven't shown any games except for that Tempest 4000 that was playing on a mock-up version. So yeah, I'm wondering about the games. Obviously we're probably gonna get 2600 games. Probably everything that was included in like the Atari Vault and like the Atari flashback systems that aren't licensed. Then I'm hoping we can get 5200 games, Stretch, and 7800 games, as those are all kind of similar. Stretching it would be Atari XEGS games, because the Atari XEGS is actually kind of the predecessor to this thing, because the Atari VCS, this new one, they want it to be a console-computer hybrid. The XEGS, that was another attempt at a console-computer hybrid. So yeah. Now, really stretching it would be Atari Jaguar games. Atari Jaguar games on this thing would sell it to a lot of people, but I don't think we're gonna get any. And I think, though it can run modern games, so seeing new games on the system, they obviously confirmed that, there's a developer program that you can sign up for to make games for their system. So yeah, this thing's gonna be fairly interesting. I just can't believe it's actually, confirmed at GameStop and Walmart, Alright, see you later. Tell me what you think.